How will bin Laden's death affect the al-Qaeda movement? Joining us now is Dr. Greg Austin, a vice president from the EastWest Institute, whose work focuses on counter-terrorism. Dr. Austin, many thanks for joining us. What next for al-Qaeda after bin Laden's death?
Well, good morning, James. I think that al-Qaeda will retaliate for this attack. I think that they will target soft targets first, ambassadors and the like of the United States, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan, but they will take their time and plan a rather serious attack in the medium term, probably 1 to 3 years.
You don't feel that the organisation has been weakened at all by bin Laden's killing?
Well, the organisation has certainly been weakened by bin Laden's killing. It has been weakened by the pressure that the United States and its allies have put on al-Qaeda and its supporters over the last 10 years, but it is still very much there. We know that al-Qaeda still has active links with a number of people around the world, and we know that bin Laden's deputy is still alive and well somewhere. One of the problems for al-Qaeda is that they'll now have to lock down their communications, they'll have to lock down their activities, and they'll really keep a very low profile to prevent further attacks and really want to strike in the 1 to 2 year time frame rather than immediately.
Do you think that bin Laden is more useful to the global jihadist cause, as it were, dead rather than alive? Will this galvanise their cause?
Well, I think it will galvanise the cause for people around Osama bin Laden. But globally, whether he's alive or dead, it doesn't really matter. I mean, he was, in a sense, a landmark and a bit of a sort of a hero figure for some people. But right throughout the Muslim world, Osama bin Laden had lost credibility in the last 10 years rather than gained it. I think that terrorism has really been delegitimised for most Muslims.
Bin Laden was tracked down deep inside Pakistan. How does this news, this development, affect the relationship between the United States and Pakistan?
Well, I think it's deeply worrying in one sense that Osama bin Laden was there, living in the place that he was, near a military base. It really doesn't change the character of the relationship between between Pakistan and the United States. It really shows the dilemma that relationship is in, that there is this very big level of support for violent extremism inside Pakistan. The Pakistani government has very few options. It's trying its hardest to contain the pressures, but Pakistan is, it's a very big problem for the United States diplomacy. But the fact that Osama bin Laden was tracked down into Pakistan is not a surprise, and it really doesn't represent a fundamental turning point or a reason to fundamentally reassess the relationship. Everyone who counts in the United States government understood totally the full range of opinion and sentiment inside Pakistan with regard to bin Laden and with regard to the United States. So nothing really changes. If anything, it gives the United States an opportunity to put more pressure on Pakistan to improve its operations against extremists inside the country.
Dr. Greg Austin, Vice President at the EastWest Institute, we're very grateful to you for joining us.
Thank you, James.